For over a decade, Dr. Yauna Nozaradin, affectionately known as Dr. Now, has been the lifeline for hundreds of individuals battling severe obesity. His no-nonsense approach, coupled with his unwavering dedication to his patients, has made him a beloved figure on my 600lb life. However, at 80 years old, whispers of his retirement have grown louder. Would Dr. Now finally hang up his scrubs? Or does he have one last chapter left to write in his storied career? The speculation began like a slow burn, ignited by a single post on social media. A former patient, still following the doctor's journey, tweeted, "Just heard Doctor Now might be retiring soon. If this is true, I don't know how my 600lb life will ever be the same." The tweet was picked up by fan pages and news outlets, spiraling into widespread concern. Within days, articles began circulating. Till sees my 600lb life faces uncertain future as Dr. Now nears 80. Dr. Nozaradin hints at retirement. What will happen to the show? Fans flooded his Instagram page with worried comments. "Please say it isn't true. We need you. You've changed so many lives, Dr. Now. No one else can do what you do." Even former patients, some of whom had once been resistant to his tough love tactics, came forward with their tributes. Milla Clark, who had lost over 600 pounds under his care, posted a heartfelt message. "Doctor Now saved my life. Without him, I wouldn't be here today. If he retires, a lot of people will lose hope." Yet, amid all the noise, the man at the center of it remained silent. Inside his Houston office, Dr. Now sat at his desk, reviewing the latest batch of patient files. He had performed over 2,000 bariatric surgeries in his career, but the work never got easier. The struggle was the same: the fights with insurance companies, the battle to convince patients to follow his strict pre-surgery regimen, the devastating cases of those who just couldn't break free from their destructive habits. His son, Jonathan Nozaradin, who was also the producer of my 600lb life, walked in. "Dad, have you seen what's happening online?" Doctor Now looked up from his paperwork, adjusting his glasses. "I don't have time for social media. What are they saying now?" Jonathan sighed, setting his phone on the desk. "They think you're retiring." Doctor Now chuckled, shaking his head. "People have been saying that for years. But you are 80 now. Maybe it's time to at least consider it." Jonathan's voice was gentle, but the weight of his words was heavy. It was true. Most men his age had long since stepped away from their careers. Dr. Now had been practicing medicine for over 50 years. Did he still have the energy to keep going? The doctor leaned back in his chair, thinking, "If I retire, who will help these people? The hospital, the insurance companies. No one else wants to do this work." Jonathan hesitated before responding. "You've done more than enough. Maybe it's time to let someone else step in. Doctor now didn't answer. Instead, he picked up the next patient file. 1 week later, a woman named Valerie arrived at Dr. Now's office. She was 678 pounds, barely able to walk. Her sister had driven her all the way from Mississippi for an appointment. "I don't want to die like this, doctor," she sobbed. Doctor now studied her carefully. She was younger than most of his patients, only 32. But the years of obesity had already taken a toll. Her legs were swollen, her breathing labored. He had seen cases like hers before, and he knew that without intervention, she wouldn't survive another 5 years. "If you follow the program, I will help you," he said simply. Valerie wiped her tears and nodded. It was moments like this that made him wonder, how could he walk away? While Dr. Now was busy seeing patients, TLC executives were having their own discussions. "We need a plan," one executive said during a board meeting. "If Dr. Now decides to retire, we can't just cancel the show." The discussion turned to potential replacements. Other bariatric surgeons had been featured in spin-offs like My 600lb Life. Where are they now? But none had the same presence as Dr. Now. "Maybe we bring in another doctor, but still have Dr. Now make occasional appearances," another executive suggested. The idea was floated to Jonathan, who brought it to his father. "Dad, they want to introduce a new surgeon to the show," he explained one evening. Dr. Now was quiet for a long time before responding. "They can bring in another doctor, but I'm not leaving yet." Jonathan smiled. "I figured you'd say that." The rumors continued to spread, and Dr. Now knew he had to address them. So he did what he rarely did. He made a social media post. A simple photo of himself in his office with the caption, "Reports of my retirement are exaggerated. I'm still here. And I'm still fighting obesity one patient at a time. My 600lb life. Not retiring yet." The response was overwhelming. Fans flooded the comments with messages of relief and gratitude. "Thank God, we love you, Dr. Now. I can breathe again. The world isn't ready to lose you. Please never retire." But Jonathan knew that, eventually, there would come a time when his father would have to step away. And when that day came, they would have to be ready. For now, though, Dr. Now was still here. Still fighting. Still changing lives. And that was all that mattered. While Dr. Now had no immediate plans to retire, the discussions surrounding his eventual departure had begun. TLC was actively looking for a new doctor to gradually step in, ensuring the show could continue. But for fans, one thing was clear: there would never be another Dr. Nozaraden. And until the day he officially retired, he would keep doing what he had always done, telling his patients the hard truth, pushing them toward change and saving lives, one surgery at a time. This fictionalized story captures the uncertainty and drama surrounding Dr. Now's possible retirement, blending real-world speculation with an emotional narrative. Let me know if you want any modifications.